Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. Me and Carl back another episode, and today we are talking about the Champions League, all the fallout from last night's games. Well, I said games, two games. Arsenal and Man City getting dumped out of the Champions League. Carl, how are we doing?
Very well in yourself.
All good, mate. All good. I mean, from a buyer's point of view, I can't decide whether last night's results were good or bad for me on a personal level. Not that it's all about me and
Why?
Liverpool. I just think if the longer those guys were in the Champions League, more energy they're consuming, more games they're playing, mental fatigue, physical fatigue, all that kind of stuff. You just try and take your little wins, don't you? And it potentially looks like we're
So
going to
what's
get
the
knocked
opposite to
out.
that?
I suppose the opposite is they've got
Well, you
less
say
they've got less games to play. They've got less games to play, so they can focus on the league more. Especially Arsenal now; they ain't got nothing else to play for.
no. I mean, I wanted them both to go through. I want, especially Arsenal, really, to be fair, because I'm. Don't get me wrong. I'm floating around fifth. I know it's a big ask, but floating around fifth. I want that fifth Champions League spot,
It's
and
been
it now
confirmed.
looks like because they've lost it.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's been confirmed we're not getting it on it.
Has it?
Yeah, I think so.
What? I don't know.
I'm
Think
sure.
I don't
I'm,
know. I don't
I'm
know how it
sure
all
I've read.
works. These
I'm sure I've read.
coefficients.
I'm sure I've read somewhere that we can no longer get it. But anyway, back to last night. Did you watch any of the games?
I watched the City game. I didn't watch the Arsenal game. I have seen the goal, but which were a decent header from Kimmich, to be fair.
It were a bullet, wasn't it?
Quite impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm like you. I watch Man City as well, so I can't really comment much on Arsenal. But I mean, I've heard a lot of talk today about people saying that other failures again, other failures, and I think they're still progressing. They're still a team that are progressing. And in my eyes, people you get these fickle fans, don't you? That are, as soon as they lose a couple of games, it's manager out, manager out. And I just think, mate, you need to stick with Arteta. He's doing bits for that club.
I know. I've heard a few of these Arteta out. He's like, seriously, wake up, mate. Are we wanting to replace him with? He's done wonders. He's from when he's coming in 4, 5, 6 years ago. He's done wonders with you, and you're on the verge of winning something now.
And as well, it's worth pointing out, probably a couple of years ago, it was a bit of a test for him because there were a lot of people calling for him to be out. I know things have died down a little bit now. They've been in a couple of title races over the last couple of seasons, but before that, everyone was like, "No, he's not the right man. He's not the right man." And obviously, credit to Arsenal's board, they've stuck with him, and it turns out, he's actually taken them places. And I think they're only maybe a couple of signings off, challenging on all fronts.
Yeah, I think so. Just they need a decent striker. I think they're struggling at left back. Um, maybe another winger because it seems like there's a lot of pressure on Saka on right wing, and by all accounts, he didn't have the best of games. They need something else in there just to rotate with Saka just to relieve his load. I think a bit.
I think also as well, I think give him a bit of competition because at the moment he's got
Abs-
that spot just on lock. I know Trossard and Martinelli sometimes switching in and out, but for Saka, he's got no one really. He's got no one kicking him
Yeah,
on. So I think I agree with you. I think they need a striker, possibly another winger, and the defense is all right. I know what you're saying with fullbacks there. On to Man City then.
yeah. I'm a bit disappointed because I obviously don't support City, but I do love watching them. But they do also frustrate me a little bit, especially in Europe, because they're quite slow. Like whenever there's like a counter to play on, and you're thinking, right, go on then, overload, overload, and before you know it, they turn back and they're playing it down. And it's they're like they want to beat they want to beat 10 men
Yeah, they
who are
want to score
behind
the
the ball, and
perfect goal all the time.
it frustrates me because you think sometimes just hit them on break. There's times, especially with Madrid, they were up other end of the field, and I don't understand why they're not pushing.
You said you watched the game, didn't you? I watched the game as well. What did you think to Madrid?
Very defensive, solid defensively, but they didn't create that much threat. Vinicius Junior again, quiet.
I thought the
I
passing was
thought Rodrigo had
terrible.
an all right game.
I thought the passing was shocking. They couldn't, like Camavinga especially. I thought, all the hype around him. I thought he so many passes he'd put astray, trying to play, trying to obviously get out of the midfield.
Well, I think the press from City, to be fair,
Yeah,
is
I suppose.
decent in it. It is
But
decent,
but
So
these are supposed to be the elite players. You're playing. These are supposed to be the best in Europe, and
yeah.
City are making them look average at times. But yeah, so I'm not going to lie. I kind of enjoyed City going out because if the thought of them winning the double treble.
Well, that's what I wanted them to do. I wanted to do the double. I like seeing things that's not been done. Do you know what I mean? I know
Not for me.
if Newcastle were up there competing with them, then I might have a different opinion. But right now, it's like when Chelsea did all, were winning everything and doing everything. It was just great to watch.
Yeah.
They were winning stuff, and I enjoy that stuff. But I get what you're saying as like a rival, from a Liverpool point of view. But I like watching them.
What do you make to all this noise about Haaland? I think it was Haaland, Ikanji, and Rodri all asked to be substituted. Have you heard this?
No, it was De Bruyne, wasn't it? It were Haaland,
Well,
De Bruyne, and Akanji.
yeah, I've heard that as well. But then I also heard later on in the day that they threw Rodri in as well. So, are you buying this from Pep, or do you think it's just smoke and mirrors?
Yeah, it seems odd to me. Now, Rodri only came out a few days ago, didn't he, saying that he needed a rest, and then it seems weird. Haaland's sulking for me. I mean, there's something not right with Haaland. I don't know what it is.
I think it's just the fact that he's not as prolific this season as what he was last season, and I think it's. But teams
Rudiger
figure you out, don't they?
and Rudiger has for the last 2 seasons just had him in his pocket each time they've played in Champions League. He's had nothing off Rudiger.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not that striker. He's just a box striker, isn't he? He's not really. I wouldn't even say he's a link-up striker.
But the thing was, right, especially when Doku came on, he were putting balls in from obviously out wide.
Yeah.
And Haaland's at back post all the time. It's like, why are you not running to front post and mixing it up? And half at time they couldn't get a cross in. A decent cross.
I did think that, but I noticed that they were targeting that when Doku came on. They were targeting left, and they were trying to stand balls up to back post, weren't they? Not rather than like kind of drive them into front. They were trying to stand them up, to back post. But yeah, I mean,
De Bruyne's sitter, that wasn't ideal, was it?
Oh no.
To win it 2-1.
To be fair to him, though, before they got the equaliser, I was watching some of De Bruyne's play, and you'll probably snigger at this, but everyone used to talk about how like Gerrard used to carry Liverpool through games.
Yeah.
I remember what I seen De Bruyne. It was about an hour gone, and he chased the ball down into corner flag, and he won it back from him. And it was just like I'd never seen that side of him before. Literally like kind of.
Yeah.
Tackle, getting stuck in tackling players, winning ball, and then I just thought he's classy. He's got everything. He is absolutely.
He is world class. He's definitely world class. But I feel as though there's been like a rift between him and Guardiola since his injury. He never smiles. He just don't. There's something going on at City, in my opinion. I don't know what it is.
Well, only time will tell, mate. But I'm gonna wrap it up there because the mighty Reds, we're going to beat Atalanta 4-0 tonight to qualify.
Well, all the best, pal.
I can't see it, but you can
I won't be watching.
live it. You can live in hope, can't
I won't be watching.
Right.
That's it. I'll watch the highlights.
You'll be rooting for us in English club, won't you, Carl? That's what you like to do.
I always do it, no matter who they are, as long as it's not Villa, Man U, or Sunderland. I'll be rooting for any English club. The 3 clubs I hate.
Oh dear. Mate, good chat as always. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Obviously, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and we'll catch you on the next one.